Easy difficult requires minimal micromanagement. Easy. Wrongly make for this. I think we'll just keep it on easy, guys. I won't tell if you don't. Twitch alerts. Sorry, folks. Obsidian Entertainment presents Pillars of Eternity. We're gonna get into a good story, you know. Mechanic skill is used to pick locks and disarm traps in the world and tinkle with machines. Classes like rogues, enchanters start with bonus.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Who am I? That is the question here. Male. Classic old. Be a female. Now let's create myself. That's always fun. First time. Humans, commonly called folk, the most common race in the drywood, direwood, deerwood. Largest of the Kithrates. Truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations. Rauatai are based on. They're known for that unparalleled strength. I don't want to be a dwarf. Elf. Smaller than dwarves. Well, they are. Godlike. Fear and wonder. I mean, being a godlike does sound pretty fun. Someone been doing an elf and a godlike. I haven't decided what sort of class I want. Mage sounds kind of fun. I always play mage. Maybe, I don't know, maybe an archer. Maybe. You know what? I very rarely play like a rogue type thing. Maybe we'll go with like a rogue. I think an elf would be good for that. Dexterity is an abstraction of a character's hand-eye coordination, balance, overall grace. Interaction can be useful, so sleight of hand and fast reactions in combat affects the character's action speed with all attacks, spells, and abilities. It contributes to the reflex defense. perception, character senses, as well as their instinctive ability to pick up on details in interactions be used to catch someone in a lie, to make an observant comment about their appearance, or to notice something happening in the background. In combat, it contributes to accuracy, dexterity, and intellect. Intellect represents a character's logic and reasoning capabilities in interactions that can be useful for deduction, sudden realizations, and problem solving. In combat, it contributes to the will defense and influence durations of areas of effect for all abilities. Let's go with a Dex elf, I think. Elf is probably going to be hard because they'll probably look down. What else does might do, though? Might represents characters' physical and spiritual strength, brute force, and their ability to channel powerful magic during interactions that can be useful for intimidating displays of acts of brute force. In combat, it contributes to both damage and healing, as well as the fortitude. Constitution. Constitution is a combination of the character's overall health and stamina. Much in interaction, it is sometimes checked to withstand pain or endure maxing ordeal. In combat, it affects maximum health and endurance. Let's go with the rogue elf, guys. Rogue elf. Oh, damn. Like, still look pretty cool. Oh, so I was going to go with an elf. Elemental Endurance. Endurance, short-term survivability, damage that is not absorbed by a character's damage reduction goes straight to their endurance and health. Increase burn and freeze. Fail. Ah, jeez. So many options. Wizard, look at that, just count a book. Rogues are vicious killers feared for their brutality. Attacks, they can be found. Skirmishes, they're unpredictable. Disciplined rogues are commonly used as shock troops. Damage types. Crush, burn, shock. Damage types are used to determine how easily a target resists damage. Damage reductions, a creature of suit of armor. Very resistant to one type of damage but vulnerable to another. Some weapons or attacks may do multiple damage types or list an or between the damage types. When an or is listed, the attack will always do the damage type the target is most vulnerable to. Raw damage is the only damage type that ignores all damage, generally associated with poisons and similar effects. Attack applies bonus damage to the rogue's ranged and melee weapon attacks when the target has any of the following: blinded, flanked, hobbled, paralyzed, petrified, stunned, Stealth +1. Stealth allows characters of any class to attempt avoid being seen or heard. It is used automatically whenever the character is in scouting mode. The hide character skill the closer can be before they get detected. Traps and locks can be a problem for even the toughest adventurers, draining their resources and maintaining skill. The mechanic skill makes it easier to open locks and find any and disable traps. Additionally, any character can use the mechanic skill to place traps of their own. The higher mechanic skill, the more accurate the trap. Conversations and scripted interactions can be useful to activate display a variety of machines. Health is actually really low. Do I want to change this now? I don't know. No, I was going to go with Rogue. I'm going to stick with Rogue. I understand that I have very low endurance. Fuck it. Move on. Crippling strike. The rogue attacks. Hobbling enemy is hit. 2 per encounter. Up determines how likely a damaging attack play their opponent's current. The roll uses interruption value from the attacker derived from perception is then compared to the target's concentration derived from resolve. Oh my goodness. Whatever. Attributes. God damn it. Enough. Might. Constitution. That shit looks much cooler. Ah. Not really looking much like a rogue. Kinda cool, I guess. Next. Oh. What does law do? Rifter. Stealth mechanic seems kind of cool. Explorer. Hunter. Libera, yeah. What does athletics do? Ugh. Seems so intense. Mercenary. I like the idea of a drifter. That sounds more fun. Appearance. Female. Hi? Oh, male. My bad. Okay. I like the color red, so we're gonna go with red colors, red and black, I think. I'm not really a big fan of the whole bluish tinge, to be honest. Facial hair. I don't really think elves have facial hair, do they? Elvish like hair, maybe. Yeah, that seems cool. That portrait.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am the leader of the group.
Let's go!
Quietly now.
Huh?
I've got this.
Death to our enemies! Let's keep quiet.
Hmm?
Watch and learn.
I'll teach you a lesson! Keeping an eye out. I'm here. Now I am the leader of the group. Steady does it.
Yeah?
Follow me.
Stoic. And name Zambrella. Yeah. No idea what I'm doing. No idea what all this different stuff does. Good thing it's on easy. Journey to the Gilded Veil. Oh dear.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you are planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
Nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Veil's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Demon looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell. Carries an old, sun-bleached bow. Where would I find these berries? What are these ruins?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are the ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to other responses, but give you a wide variety of choices. The manner in which... who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much. Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
What are these huge rocks coming out of the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go look for those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
And looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some spring berries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
Ah,
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
now sassy.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beowick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Okay.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Oh, that's me. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first visit to the world of Eora, you may want to watch these windows, become familiar with it. Cool, cool. Your party always consists of your characters and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside the ruins, Adema has assigned Kaliska to help you. Kalisha is a fighter, a class that excels at close quarters defense. Use your abilities to complement your own. To select a party member, click on their selection circle. Click on their section, put their portrait, or press the number button that corresponds to their position. Yeah, one at the left. To select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag marquee over the circles to the party members. you'd like to include. Standard. To move characters, click anywhere on the screen. Where your cursor is a circle of 4 wedges. All selected characters will path to the corresponding position in the formation. If you see a red circle with a slash through it, you cannot walk to this part of the map. When multiple party members are selected, the action bar is hidden to see individual character options. Select only that character.
Mm-hmm.
What you need?
What does this do? Okay, AI behavior.
Hmm.
What a saber. Cool. What do these do?
Sure.
So I can left or right click.
Yeah.
Standard. Standard. I'm gonna leave party AI on. Okay. This is me. Change the colors anyway. It looks like my health, endurance, damage, primary. Second win, one more organic crippling strike. Dagger. Cool.
What you need? Springberries grow wild all over the place here. Keep your eye out.
Formation. There's a camp. Cutting left alt, right alt.
Yeah.
Click in. Scouting mode is useful for stealth and for finding hidden objects like tracks and signatures. While scouting, your character's selection circles will start to fill with yellow when a character is starting to detect them. Once the circle fills yellow, the character is suspicious and will move to investigate. The circle fills to red, the circle becomes fully red, your character has been discovered. The character's ability to find hidden objects is based on their mechanic skill. A higher mechanic skill allows them to find objects at greater distance. Moving towards a character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selection circle of a character with your own, you will immediately be detected.
Nice and slow.
Usual. Characters. What's this? Inventory. Character. Journal. Map. Stronghold. Currently don't have anything on me, which makes sense. Slash. Oh, -3 thanks to a strange illness. Flex. Change it anyway. Okay, okay. That's my currency. No camping supplies. My character. Powerful. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Tab through the characters. There.
Huh? I'll get it open. Finished.
Ah, nice. Potion of minor endurance. Does this take all? Stash. Yeah. Oh, I hit the Windows button. Shit. I'm liking the UI a little bit more than Divinity for some reason. These tall glass green pillars appear to be as if they were sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets them. Shadows dancing on them.
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
Most people encountered in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversation to explore. The merchant has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale.
Huh?
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
Slow motion. I was just seeing what. Fast mode. That's handy. Ah, this is the person.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
The man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by the ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road. Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
What has he got? Stores allows you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at greatly reduced prices. If you sell something you may see here in the store's inventory with a much higher cost, stores periodically refresh their inventory. Train character. Oh, I see. Cost money. Do that, can I? A way of comparing it to what I have? How do I know if that's good or not? I don't even know if I want this shit, to be honest. I'm just having a look.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night. I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right? It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Rhaed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire, a fact our companions are quick to remind me of. Because it seemed friendlier than Rhaed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
Yeah, fair. Exploration is key part of Pillars of Eternity as you make your way through the... I literally could move anywhere. I don't know where I'm going.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Ah, looking forward to lift that thing tomorrow. Nay. Nay. We are but horses. Rock. Look as raw as that merchant hair did. Why, thank you very much. we've kind of explored all over here. See if there's anything in the corners here. If I go in my inventory, what I've got equipped is... Yeah, that's kind of shitty. It's a horse. What is this? Back up here, I think. I haven't even achieved anything yet. At times. I just want to search everywhere. Well, you know. Oh dear. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from the putrid waves. A dark, crusted bloodstain besmirches him. Oh, dearie, dearie me. This does not seem good. I'll cross the bridge in a minute. Kind of exciting, actually. Like, the old school graphics of it really give it something else, you know? I'm normally, like, all for, like, badass graphics, but the way it's done is actually pretty neat. Bird lady.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Hey, Beto Hernandez, thank you for the follow, man. Blizzard 30 combat system uses a pausable real-time system because you will often manage more than one character at a time. It's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met, e.g. start. So... what else does she have? Shoves an enemy with enormous force, knocking them prone, causing additional damage. Don't know anything about it. I feel like using that is a good idea.
Yeah.
Many spells and abilities in Blizzard only have a limited number of uses. An ability that can be used a number of per encounters will have all of its uses restored when combat ends. The abilities that can be used a number of times per rest will only be restored when you in or using camping. Cool. So she's about to use this. Get her to attack this.
What?
All characters in the game, friend or foe, have 4 primary defenses against attack. Deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on the character's attributes, level, item, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defense when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll and is more likely to result in a miss. If accuracy is above the target damage, the attack is more likely to result in a crit. We don't know what this guy's defense is, do we? 14. Our attack. All attacks that do damage have to overcome the target's damage reduction. Enemies DR reduces the damage by the listed amount down to a minimum percentage. If you are having difficulty hurting an enemy, try switching to a weapon or attack that does a different damage type. Most enemies are strong against 1 or 2 damage types and weak against. You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attack's accuracy is higher. Target's defense. Oh, I know what my character's accuracy is. Damage reduction against the different damage attacks. 13 to 14. My accuracy. The part of concentration. Oh, there's my accuracy. Primary, secondary. 38. More like to when the accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Okay, cool. Killed it. Okay. I did not mean to have slow mode activated. Cool.
Right.
Well, I don't think a wolf did this.
This is it.
As you receive quests, your journal will be updated with relevant information. If you ever get stuck, open it up to your notes. You're kind of a mystery to the rest of the caravan, just some kind of wanderer, the way I hear it. Often, sure, I wander into the lives of folk, talk them out of their money and wander back out. Have to be when people are looking. Yeah, how is it you happened to come here? They're pretty intent on getting back. I cross dangerous people around. I don't know why they're looking for me. I don't even know what my backstory is. Well, we got things we'd like to leave behind. Gods know I do. I'll tell you that. Is hoping that they never track us down. Place of breathing and surrounding. It's been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Radix offer makes the girl think I'll give him that. Oh yeah, because you're moving to that camp or whatever. You're here to settle like the rest of us. Like, I hadn't given much thought. I don't really know. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. So you must have some other plan in mind for coming this way. I hope to meet someone and fall in love. Adventure, getting into trouble I expect. I'm going to find some new friends. That may not be a bad idea, surviving out here. Sometimes it's less about what you know and more about who. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Adim will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Flies unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here sometimes back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages, been doing guide work for some person. But I'd do anything for her. She's, well, I'm much better than me. Worked with before. Drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies, far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. Blah, blah, blah. What can you tell me about Deerwood? I'm not much of history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Ada Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's... I've been out of touch, but hearing weird things lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them going on for years now, but it's something. Got it. Up and around a little. Streams down this way. Okay, let's go. Some. Oh, wait, you can zoom out. I mean,
Steady does it.
I'm just gonna wander around. I mean, what's going on, you know? Path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came.
We
Groves in
shouldn't
the
stray too far.
passage of hundreds. Basically, we want to go back over here, I imagine.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
Use a tab key to highlight interactive objects in the environment. You crouch and dip your water skin into the cool river while thingy wakes by. Keep watch as you rise your voice. No select tree line. Gain to an item quest. Full water skin added to stash. Out of the trees emerges Sparfell, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness in his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feather shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulder, like shite.
Ambush!
Okay. Was the journal entry? I didn't see. Reach the camp. Everyone's been attacked. Okay, so I guess we have to decide what to do now. Defended by defense and my accuracy 39, 38, 43 to counter the rogue attacks. Better, to be honest. Let's do that.
Yeah.
When a party member takes damage, they will start to lose endurance and health. So you lose both. The portrait will begin to fill with red overlay. The health bar to the left of the portrait will slowly start to decrease. When the portrait fills entirely red, the character will be knocked out. Potions and spells can be used to restore endurance. But health can only be restored by resting. He's gonna continue just whacking this guy, right?
Yeah.
It's being knocked down really freaking bad. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating enemies' damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small potential of the damage. The hero characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed. Note the damage type that's being blocked and switch to a weapon or spell that does a different type of damage.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
We do. First, we will look at bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So, hide armor. This guy. Fear. Give up searching just so I can save some people. We can head back to the camp now. I feel like this combat log should be a bit bigger. Where was the camp? Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Combat start. So was that a miss? The umbrella misses. Why? Accuracy 43, defense 32. Equals 11. Roll 3 plus 11 equals 14. I have no idea. Take your shit, fool. All around you lies the massacred remains of other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Calicia puts the back of her left hand on her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade, the neck of the man you recognize as Heerden, the last of the caravan. There a save button? Oh. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Why have you done this? You have trespassed in places which no mortal man is worthy. You are trespassers and plunderers all, and we will see this outage avenged. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Yes, your courage is a mask. None of you have slain a true warrior. Down your weapons very well. I'm gonna go. Stay armed. If I put my weapons down, we're all dead. I can't do these options, but I can do these ones. Shall we do some perception? Your courage is a mask. None of you has slain a true warrior. And brow creases questioning. We have killed many trespassers like you. Because are sloppy. The wounds on these people are inefficient and off target. This is the work of untested men, unaccustomed and carelessness. And bares his teeth. He looks at him, helpless, his eyes shut, tightly for the killing blow. The man spits. We'll see whose courage is a mask. He shoves Heerden towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Heerden's torso. Heerden screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to blossom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised. Heerden has joined the party. Yay, what can he do? Blind strike. Actually, blind this guy. Their ability here.
How can I help?
What is he doing? He's just running around. Kill him. Whoa! He spliced him into bits. I didn't mean to press the button. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions, now silent among the others, dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fistful glass. He looks not up at you, but up towards the sky. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his trick size, a whisper of wind stirs in the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back, then he closes. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile across his face. I am ready. Wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rendering your heart from within. Seated against the wagon wheels amongst them, howling maelstroms slash across chest and bow, edema body stir, and with great effort, he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly
Get
at you.
inside! Run!
Oh, jeez. That is some spirits and shit. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands into worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With the last burst of energy before your arm gives out, you swing yourself up to the ledge. Eden trails behind you, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rock, one of the fallen attackers who has been feigning death lunges for Eden and topples him to the rocky ground. Restrained, Eden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind from the position. If you are to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance. Throw your weapon at the attacker. Your aim is true and the hit jars Hayden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hayden clambers up the base of the rock as he nears the top. However, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. Diving out to the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it, securing his other hand. You pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold you just long enough for Hayden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it will shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Full beans.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
Body gain experience, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a weapon now. Fuck. Must be... Did I not pick up a spare one somewhere? Fists. Thought I would at least throw just a dagger. God damn it. You can switch to a new weapon by selecting the weapon icon from the individual character action bar. The primary slot. Well, it makes sense because I can actually use my fist to begin with, right?
Sure. Right.
Off.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Windstorm, a kind they only get in Ear Glanfath. Many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. Glanfath word is a biawak. To them, it's the god's way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out, but they'll take a living soul as soon as they had one. Still got yours? Question mark. Who attacked us? Glanfathans. Those be the hut dwellers Adema warned you about. Look to be fangs of Galawain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Adema, I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. Glanfathans said we trespassed the ruins. I don't believe that. Adema would never allow it, but as much as the fangs and hotheads, Glanfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either way, they saw something, got the wrong idea, or she glances down the passage beyond. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. But everyone else in our caravan, Gil's got hold of them now. God's grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about this. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking. There's nothing else to be done. And because there's other people you care about you still need to get to. Gonna get all sassy on me. Aedan takes a step forward and his knee buckles, and before you can catch him, he stumbles to the ground, his cheek striking the time-worn cobbles. On unsteady legs, he claws his way up to the wall and back to his feet, but the stance is shaky, like a sailor walking on land for the first time at sea.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. It seems quiet off to the left. Might be a place to rest there.
And got some camping supplies. You've discovered some camping supplies. You can use these to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all of your character's abilities and health. Easy difficult allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find them.
I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put. Those Glonfathans were riled about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while. Then we can move as fast as you want.
Maybe you didn't hear me. We are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either got to find the exit or a damn good place to hide.
Oh man. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Choices. So I bet what happens, right, is either you move on and he potentially dies, but you don't take a fight, or you rest. You've got all three of you, but then you have to. It becomes harder to stay. My normal RPG brain would be to choose whichever option is going to let me have sex. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. Options. Suddenly become quite hungry. Any snacks though? I got my missus's. Is it early to have millionaire shortbread? No, I don't think it is. I'm gonna get some. Be right back. I'm back. I need to refill the drink now. Decisions. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I think we rest. My gut reaction is rest. Then we get to do some more combat.
This will be the end of us. No offense, but there's people out there I'd much rather die for.
You now have one rank and disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity. If your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their disposition with what is favored by their deity and order respectively. For the main character only, their dispositions will modify the effects of holy radiance. For priests and faith, blah blah blah. Cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe he dies in his sleep anyway. That'd be funny. Or do we just put down?
Someone else has been here. We should move.
Let me finish my shortbread. Camping supplies. So we just got 2 more camping supplies. Damn. Shield and a torch. Maybe I should equip some of this stuff. Seems good, seems good. Maybe are we camping? Quiet off to the left. Do a bit more exploring first, I think.
How can I help? Yeah. Look at the tiles. Where the look symbols.
Zambrella has discovered something. Zambrella has discovered something. Zambrella has discovered some cake.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Symbol of path and circles inscribed on the pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Fire godlike, then you could, but have a torch though. Hmm. Hmm. That was close. That nearly fell on me. Oh dear. How exciting. Invested here. Maybe we should. Probably
Steady does it.
oh, they've seen us. Messages everywhere. Have combat. I don't know if these things pressing the WASD button, thinking they do shit. Yeah, that does damage.
Yeah.
Pulax. Do I even eat those berries? My inventory.
They'll never know I'm here. What's that muck on the wall?
Wishes are oily, the mark clings to the anything. vicious slick with something dark and tar-like runs down the wall. Shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest something lies beneath it. Clear off the ooze. Way, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surroundings it has chipped away in its place, but the details of its head, from the tight curls of the hair to the ridges of the pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. Showing a safe passageway.
Stay quiet.
Worth a look.
That gem.
Wait. Do you hear that?
What? Make me do this. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zarup. Gorip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in regular. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Hey, I won't hurt you. Okie. That interested.
They'll never know I'm here.
Bad guy, right? We're all melee though. Can't exactly sneak up on it.
Let's go!
Get down.
Hmm?
Oh, he's doing slow mode for some reason.
Yeah.
Hatchet.
That looks weak. Could be a shortcut.
Cracks on the wall for the floor are like gusts of air passes through it. Use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. Set to work the cracks lengthen and you widen your efforts. Sweat beads in your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Continuing chiseling. After several moments, like on the side with one final tap settling into it. I don't even know, dudes. I don't want to go put the eye back.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, Mr. Tickles, thanks very much for the host, man. Appreciate it. Something a little bit different to Dota today. Place a gem in the empty eye socket. Grey rocks. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Ooh. That's a black one. How fun. Blinded, dazed, frightened, prone. I'm gonna attack it. Get here to use knockdown again. It seems
What you need?
pretty. Ugh. Slow mode activate automatically in fight? Oh, I keep accidentally pressing it. Ooh. NCP 310 C. Capes and cloaks can be worn for protection from the elements and from prying eyes. Many are woven with spells to provide additional defense or abilities. That's loads, isn't it? Dealing with that, I think. Passive. Uses the rogue's ability to approach unseen. Has to be those things first. As well as when any target is struck within 2 seconds of combat start. That's pretty sick. So I could use a bow quite easily actually at this point, I think. Fortitude do again. I really am so bad. I can't remember any of this shit. That seems pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Yeah, cheers, Mr. Tickles. Thanks for sticking around. Sugar, Kappa, sugar. The mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. It shows a procession of elves, I think. More, oh, everything. They walk among pillars, similar to one of the span of the chamber. So the question is, do we... I think we try and cross here, actually. Can I do something here?
Steady does it. Finished.
Sometimes love in your
Finished.
face is the question. I haven't saved. First play.
Found something.
How do I level up? Surely there's a... Map's fairly detailed.
Yeah. Yeah. Found something.
Let's keep on moving.
Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm path, too.
Fierce Bidling. This?
Yeah.
Play mode has been unactivated.
I'll be quiet. I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
You want to scout ahead? Alright, dude. You might die.
Huh?
Rogue, but so mine. I so could I send my character forward here?
Let's go!
That do extra damage? Sneak attack. I think so. What happened there? Don't even know. Don't even know. Actually, I took endurance damage. Okay, I see. Back this way then.
They'll never know I'm here.
Led with the archer.
Let's go!
Good. Extra damage? I don't even know.
Right.
Slow mode seems to auto activate. Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Let me guess, we have to face a spider. Web sack. Rapier.
They'll never know I'm here.
I'm gonna explore before leaving. So maybe I give that helmet to there. So this should give him more defense. Here too.
Yeah.
So, I guess we're gonna try and leave. Oh, we can leave. Man, no, it's no big spider or anything. What's up with that? Older Roman. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in the midst of what appeared to be a human body, human colorless as stone or ash, the other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation from your vantage point. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick grey beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw?
Oh dear.
Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Dudes. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snapbacks as you land, and the pain wells into the back of your skull, washing our last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place. Another time, you stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of the great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, the shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered. Or at the base of the pillar now, you see a man with thick grey beard in a ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise is broken. Melee. Guessing some sort of dream. Only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audio at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment. Figures at the machine stand frozen in place, fresh and flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. One of your characters has become fatigued. Fatigue represents their physical and psychological wear and tear of demanding activity on a character. His most commonly received as an injury when a character is knocked out, but some scripted interactions will also result in fatigue. They are especially grueling. Fatigue goes through multiple stages, initially inflicting minor penalties, but growing in severity over time. Resting is the easiest way to remove the effects of fatigue, though some consumable Leo and Cecilia lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. He died! You are alone and far from help. Gilda Vale may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Your character has earned enough experience to advance in a level. Click the icon on their portrait to level them up. Your character has earned... Alright, so you actually have a lot of points when you level up. Stealth allows your character of any class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. It is used automatically whenever the character is scouting mode. The higher the character skill, the closer they get before enemies before being detected. Athletics. Adventuring is tiring work. In addition, fact, adventurers have 0 on athletic law. The law could be interesting. Mechanics, traps and locks can be a problem. Even the toughest adventures. Easier to open locks and find disable traps. Seems pretty good. Survival allows characters to choose from a variety of long-term bonuses each time they can. Ranks grant the following. After the 6th rank, the previously earned bonuses become more powerful in the same order they were received. Using conversations and scripted interactions that involved wilderness challenges or special aids. Might as well get a couple of those, I think. So, I'm gonna get at least one in survival. Stealth and some more. I think it'll be important to get athletics. We're just gonna skip out on the law part. Class unlocks. %, dual wield. Scion of Flame increases burn damage and damage reduction. Cool. After leveling a character up, you may want to review their statistics. Open the character sheet. That's where it is. My bad. That's the experience there. Okay, I think I'm getting this now. Space to carry this shit.
Can't move now.
How do we drop items? Oh. Maybe? The rapier just as good as exactly the same. Worth of money? Yeah. I had more than this shit. Oh, stuff has been moved to my stash. They are dead. The blazes is going on here. No freaking clue. Wait, is my
Yeah.
character major fatigue? Like camp?
Right.
Maybe camping would be a good idea. Might as well. Damage reduction. I think this is a good idea. We were definitely fatigued. Seems like the smart thing to do. 8 hours have passed. All happening. However, oh, I'm not affected by the freaking ill shit. If elemental endurance, minor click. Will do again. So I got 22 deflection. I need to learn this all again. Health is long-term damage, only regained through rest and certain talents. Damage that is not absorbed by characters' damage reduction goes straight to their health and endurance. When a character's health reaches 0, they are either maimed or killed. A maimed character who is reduced to 0 health will always be killed, regardless of setting. Unlike endurance, a character's health does not get restored after combat. Endurance represents character's short-term survivability. Damage that is not absorbed by character's damage reduction goes straight into the health. Endurance. Health. Okay, I get that stuff. Damage. 8 damage type is slash, pierce, crush, burn, shock, corrode, freeze, and roar. Damage types are used to determine how easy a target resists damage of that type based on their damage reduction. A creature or suit of armor may be very resistant to one type, quite vulnerable to another. accuracy. Accuracy is part of almost every attack. Influence how likely the attack is to affect the target. Accuracy is defined primarily on a character's class and level, but also influenced by perception, talents, and other active events, such as spells or items. When an attack is made, the accuracy is compared to the appropriate defense of the target. To determine how the attack will roll, be modified if accuracy is above the target's defense, it will be more likely to result in a... Okay. Interrupt determines how likely a damaging attack is to delay their opponent's. The roll is used to interrupt from the attacker. Derived from perception is then compared to the target's concentration, derived from resolve. Oh, there. Ah, screw this. I'll read that one in a bit. Maybe when I get bored on the wiki or something. Vessel flesh. Oh dear. What's going on here? The massive structure is formed of stone, adra, and copper and covered in a strange glyph. The air around it vibrates. There's some plants over here. So where we are now. Okay, assume that means I traveled to wherever now, right? Where I am now. Guess that's what we want to do. Potions, scrolls, and food items can be created by clicking on the crafting button. Save game. Let's go quickly reply to a couple of messages. I want to make sure I don't have any important Discord messages to read, because I know nothing. Okay, seems good, seems good. I don't know what I'm going on this for. And 50, right? Still very much enjoying this. Still not quite good. What does this 10 mean? I don't even know what this 10 means. Can I craft anything? Plus value, plus 40 deflection until hit or critically hit. That's pretty cool. Pretty useful. We actually want to, what's this? Jasper. Craft it, why not? Seems good, my friends. Bash, that seems pretty broken, but where's my quick hotkey? Oh, there it is.
Nice and slow.
Probably be sneaking over. Fast mode to make it happen a little quicker. Definitely think I've got to head around here. Sneak in. Sure, there's a wolf up ahead. I think I've seen a playthrough, like a first couple of hours of playthrough. Huh?
Keeping quiet.
What's going on? Do 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 do. Who are these people? Good people? Or bandits? Maybe talk to them? Bandits. Save. He drops his needle, spattering stew across the ground. What? Get him, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help, please, help. No! One of the bandit gives Henrith a kick as they pass him and he huddles. Right, I'm gonna... sneak up on him and shoot him first. Sure, that's a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I think there's an option to...
Right. Let's go.
Blah, 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 blah. And now we're shooting. And that already got used, right? I have to click on myself.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's.
Come on, this is damage. Why is this doing no damage? Got really high defense, I guess.
Let's go. Let's go.
Interrupted. Cool. Did hurt me a lot though. eat this shit? It seems cool. Wear a hood. Dagger's any good? Pretty good. Didn't realize it took a while to like actually eat shit though.
Hello.
By the flame, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd been stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life, until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in Gildervale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Pasca know what you've done for me. I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. You've earned reputation. Reputation can be held with communities or factions in the Eastern Reach. Will affect how members of that group respond to you. In some cases, friends or enemies of those groups will also react to your affiliation. Helping a group of people will increase a positive, harming people. Blah. It is possible to have a mix of positive and negative reputation with the group if you help and harm. Oh, to be back at my oven again. Late for dinner.
Can't move now.
Stash. Stash. We gotta have stash, but it's also kind of shitty not to. Wait, is that better? Interrupt 0.5 seconds. I think it's better. Accurate one. So a rapier is actually better. Properties, damage, DR reduction. Properties, accurate. Much better is that than a bow? 17. Pretty good to attack with that first, right? Equip this here. This. That. Interesting, we've got a rapier and a battle axe. That's pretty sick. Handy to attack with without sneaking. I actually didn't. Okay, I didn't actually take that much damage, actual health damage. Don't get me wrong. It ain't good. That ain't good at all. I believe you can kind of just do whatever. First thing is south to Gilded Vale. I want to go to Gilded Vale.
Greetings.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp. In quick, jerky movements, he looks up to your approach, expects tests and draw. Greetings, he says, low breathlessly. On your way south, is it? Oh, he's a pale elf as well. You look to be a long way from home, meaning a fence. Not sure what brought you down here, but this place, there's no place to go wandering alone. He wipes his brow, turns his face to you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, better, I think. I'm kind of worried about talking about that. I'm only passing through. I mean, still. luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the veil if you keep on the road. You want to keep care of this place. After that, we were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. I don't know what to tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home. Who are you? Don't really want to take on that. Alright, let's just go to the Vale. Go around the town. Maybe there's some interesting shit or something. This is meant to be like a safe haven or something for just like random people. That will or will not be the case. Oh, shite. Yeah, this don't look so good, doesn't it? The fudge?
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale.
Man, I appreciate
You'll be
this.
pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
A man approaches you. His skin is dark and dull grey as the village behind him. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from trees.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child? An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
Steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Okay, blah, 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 blah.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer.
Animancer?
However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Oh dear.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that. Keep out of...
Oh dear.
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
Is that the baby dead?
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
To us, time of morning, the legacy has struck the heart of the Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Barath must be redoubled. What happened? I don't even know what he's in. It is no threat, only a warning. Lord Radric will tolerate no threats to his kin or those who live on his land. Docile. Roddy. Oh, Roddy Roo. I'm afraid I still can't help you find residence here. Lord Radric's son was deemed a hollowborn. This makes sense that you're more for him. Tell me about him. He comes from a line of nobles who have defended these lands since Edia times. Radric II was an early supporter of Theoden Wood dependence during the Revolution, and the current Lord's father perished in Saints' War. Hollowborn began appearing dry shortly after the war's end. Lord Radric has been taking it upon himself to purge the curse from Goodavale. His measures have been severe but necessary. Unfortunately, it may not have been enough if the bells were any indication. Saints' War? Our age's most original example of man's madness. 15 years ago, the people of Red Ceres decided that Waidwen, their living saint, was the literal incarnation of the god Eothas. This supposed saint took it upon himself to liberate Theowood, supposedly from allegiances to less worthy gods, but I have never known an army to conquer a land of its for its own people's own good. No. Well, it lasted about a year, but you can guess that a year did worship of it. I don't know. We're a frontier village, as most settlements in Theowood. Goodavale hasn't grown much since the establishment in the colonial days, and the last 15 years have seen our population shrink further. Our recruitment of fresh settlers. Why has it been shrinking? Waidwen's legacy, of course. Many women have had difficulty bearing healthy children of late. A few years ago, Lord Radric decreed that born are to be allowed in Gilded Vale. Lordship dealt swiftly with the may be harsh, but if it purges us of the curse. Tell me about the ruins behind the tree. That's what's left of the temple Eothas. Lord Radric forbade worship of the dead god after the Saints' War. It's been abandoned for almost 15 years, but there are plans to dedicate it to Wrath, the god of life and death. Sellsword, keep out of trouble. Move along. I don't look like a shady character. Careful if you head east, guards patrol. That way to the see? Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and floating flowers and notes too.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for anyone who can help me feel better. My condolences, he exhales and turns his attention away. A lovely village. I thought I was going to be able to loot one of these people. Off. Do a little run around here, shall we? Load to discover all around here. Oh. So much to do. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained. Voices from his past seem to call out to you. Soul. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind, a rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal, At their head stands a commander, awkward in full armor but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troops. Silence falls amongst them, revealing a dark thunder deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground. Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movements of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Right? And he's just there like, you what, mate? You what? Dark and shit. No idea what's going on. Viscount Inn is a fine place. Viscount Inn. Man and women appear to be deep in conversation, working at close to bulging sections. They move to embrace until the women notice you approach and smile, faltering a little bit.
How do you do?
Yes, I think we met in the Velwood. I warned him about the bear. Glad to see you made it. Was there something else you wanted? Yes, I imagine so. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Lions Bay, and, well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. As soon as you can, you'll see the tree, I imagine, but the rock goes deeper. If you're looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it somewhere else.
Hail and well met.
I'm not going to read this out to you guys. They don't even care about it? Nope. Alright. Bed as well? No, I appreciate that as well. Methodically. See what's what, see who's where. These gods people, I keep knowing. Jeez. Okay. I just go in there. I just go in here. I seem to be able to hear people's souls. Like usual RPGs, you can just go in everyone's house and they're like, hey. Yeah. He's a wizard. You guys are thieves, are they? Am I seeing
Keeping
if I-
quiet.
Can't see me. I am sneaky. In this game. Goodbye. Thank you for the reading. Go anywhere from here yet. Work away methodically around. Find that inn. Seem to be able to see into people's souls, which is blocks the usurper. Let's quickly skim read this. Assassinated someone there. Wonder if he's the little boy there, saved by a woman, it seems. Wonder what's in here now. The cat. A Drywoodian woman is standing in front of a fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you.
Hail and well met.
But finally, I was starting to think, the woman makes a startled turns around to see you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? I've just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you one of the caravans, Master Edemas, by chance? I was, yes. Do I want to say they're all killed? Fine, I'll say they're all killed. Orfra covers her man's eyes wide with horror. For a moment, she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless grasp, her eyes brimming with tears. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Saliska was always so certain she could take on any danger. Oh, she's a sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. Sorry, I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Sniveling, how are you going to raise a child if you're this weak? Yeah, let's go with this one. Kaliska mentioned you that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. Giggity. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kaliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gildevade has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Riedrich, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my Hathor gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hope Kaliska could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent the child being hollowborn, but she moved south to Anslog Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else now with Kaliska along. Please, can you help me? That's a long way. What's in this for me? I can only offer you coin, but Ragnar has many potion crafts for sale. Maybe you'll find something of interest. But, I'm sorry, I don't have much. You're welcome to some of my food if you want it. I have some fruit. Fruit! Give me some fruit. I'll find it for you. Give me 20 copper? You will? Oh, by the gods, here. I'll give you some coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of. Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much burden to carry back. Anslog's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. Cool, cool, cool. Actually, what is my... I haven't really checked out my journal. Good. Travels, blah, blah, blah. Late for dinner. So it's the Black Hound Inn. Leviathan. Where's the bestiary? About it. There is so much shit. That's actually crazy shit. The game is so deep. Rains would be a boon for the crops. I think this is into the town, maybe. I don't know. Oh dear. Okay, it does look like it's the inn. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hand for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggested. Just an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
The others, 2 folkmen and an elven. Ooh, a fight! What's going on? What's going on? One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused, mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show what these fancy birth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from followers, especially not from Idarians.
Go on, say it again. I'm
Like an
itching
ancestor.
for an excuse.
It stinks of sour ale.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
That's
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
Francis eat something surly and raw. I quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
Back down, all of you. This is absurd. No one gives us orders, foreigner. And suspiciously like you're defending him. Now, what the fudge? I'm pretty sure I'm not defending him here. You have gained reputation with Gilded Vale. But I'm attacking their citizens. Spell. Okay, they're actually really shit. Nah. The last of the attackers fall the elf since you the tension almost gone from his smooth.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You're welcome.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts. Though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
Oh no, I'm not. He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with dirt of many months' travel, but the leather work beneath it is sturdy.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Tell me about
I'm
yourself.
a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
Cool, cool.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with the caravan, but we
In
separated.
Griffin Ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there? And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods. I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
Did tell one man to go fuck his sister. At that. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I see. Which I'm grateful. Let's discuss something else, shall we? What are you doing?
Excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale. Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. And he has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
Expect that such experienced tease would be. Don't exactly look like a
Begging your
settler.
pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of... As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Yeah, let's have this guy with us. He seems a little suspicious. But it's always good to have someone.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Yeah, new party member. Oh, and shit to loot as well. Sell some of this shit. Oh, that was all the stuff in that area. Oh, that's cool. You only have to do it once, actually.
Huh?
Oh, jeez. Rather shite. What?
How may I help?
I do. For spells. Second level wizard. Is it me or is he like priest? Okay, he's not that stacked. Basically at the same levels as you. Some intelligence, decent dexterity. Who knows? Blocking assault do. Raw damage. Gains advantage there 4 meters away. First level, what is this spell? Dazzling lights. Fans of flames. Pretty cool. I feel like maybe I should become a wizard. That would have been pretty sick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to the... Oh, it's you. Tenrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Oh, yes. Consider yourself a favourite of the house. Discounts on drinks rooms. Tenrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work at the kitchens. So what would you like? Like a room, please. Certainly. You're always welcome. Inns allow characters to rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. The bonuses they provide last for a longer time. In fact, the entire party. What point do I have? Yay, sleepy time. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of the Gilded Vase gallows trees, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like a mouldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up, and her eyes open. They are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with new queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see the woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead.
Greetings.
Use some reliable help. Do you know anyone? Oh, well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming and looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone, I'd be happy to send them. How do I sell shit? Or on the party management screen, you can see what your allies are up to when they aren't in the pally. If you assign them to adventures, you can see how long it'll take them to assign them to adventures. They have a certain amount of coin. Well, that was a fair bit of coin. I sent. Nothing? No. Cool. I got levels up. Shit, nice. Level up survival one more. Would have been good to do that before, but stealth. Quite high rank. Up that. Well. We can learn something. Okay. Lightning strike. Wait, which one do we have before? Oh, it allows the rogue to break engagement and explicitly avoid the next attack. Diving out of range to a specific location. Yeah, granting a temporary bonus. Very good. 30 fighting. Of hits converted to crits. Reckless assault causes the rogue to dive into battle without a second thought, lowering his or her deflection but increasing accuracy and weapon. Blind is pretty good. Probably the idea of escape though. Go with that. Up this guy now as well. So he's going all into lore, holy shit. Lore do. Activate scrolls, higher lore values will allow you high level scrolls. Good. Learn a holo, you can learn a holo edition. Spells have access to a variety of offensive and personal defense spells. Unlike priests and druids, wizards learn individual spells. They can store in and cast directly from their grimoires. Grimoires can only hold 4 spells of each spell level, which motivates wizards to keep multiple grimoires for different needs. Every 2 levels, wizards gain access to additional spells. However, they can automatically learn 1 spell of any level they can access each time they advance. Wizards also have the option of learning spells from grimoires they find or buy. Initially, their spells can be cast a limited number of times per rest. As wizards gain power, their weaker spells eventually shift to per. I really want to see what level 8 spells are like. Holy shit. There's a lot of options here. What's enemy wounds? Pretty sick, actually. Oh my god, there's so many cool stuff. Rolling flame. Over them. Burn damage to the target, anyone caught in the ray. It's so cool. Roaming flame. A rebounding ball of fire. Gotta go with that. That seems really cool. Merciless gaze. Uses the class with vitality, giving them temporary increase to maximum endurance and health. Good. I don't know which ones he's learned. That shit seems cool. This is our first playthrough. It doesn't really matter. It smells burnt. Hey, let's go talk to this buddy guy. Hey, buddy, old friend. Ah, it's you, my savior. So good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I've decided that you have earned the right to learn one of the most closely guarded secrets. My dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. Savory pie. Savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. What a legend. Legend. Chat to some people, maybe? Villagers aren't normally interested. So if I go to the scroll, what does this do? Oh, I just only get one use of it, basically. Oh dear. Oh shit. Power drink fan. Really not that interested in all this, like... It's kind of cool. Downstairs, intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. Looks up when you approach and winds a low wang tail. Pet the dog. Enjoys it. I think that's out the other way. To me, it was that freaking big bed.
I'll get it open. Finished.
Yeah. Down behind the books. Pretty much at the end here. Quest, more companions, shit like that. Literally no idea what's going on here. No idea. So we were gonna go back and visit the dead body. I'm gonna continue going around here, checking out the houses first. Where was I supposed to? I can't remember where I was supposed to be going with that for that lady who's lost her. Wants to find a potion for a baby or some shit. Here to be too much. Right about. First. People really don't seem to like it here. Get in any of these houses, you can't rotate the camera or anything. Smithy. Go to the smithy. I think that's pretty. Oh wait, I haven't been in there. They'll have some interesting upgradable or upgraded daggers or some shit. This Amao, man, it's impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscles. Small ears frame a square jawed face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome, you're the first new face I've seen in quite a while. What can I do for you? What do you have here? Come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we've fine weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here in the Black Hammer. See what else he's got. What has he got? Whoa. Shit. How much, I don't even know how much money I've got. 594. Oh. Damage reduction. Jolting touch. Jump to people. Charging me quite a lot for that. These are the weapons. Armor. Armor is the same as weight. Stops freeze. I think that's what I've got anyway. Same. Oh shit, so cool. Nowhere near enough money for any of this shit, though.
Greetings.
We just don't have the surprise. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now. I haven't seen sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is calling with them. All my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe to make some coin. But that lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you can keep an eye out for my supply wagon, or my shipments at least. They'll be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace Lord Raedric. And that's as it should be, but it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. I appreciate you trying anyhow. You bring back the supplies at least, and I'll have much more to offer you. A discount to start, and if you find my workers, you give them a good smack upside the head for me. More quests. Yeah.
Nice and slow.
That didn't look obvious at all. Snaking. Snaking! What time is it? 12:30? Holy shit. I'm gonna keep going till probably about 1:45. Game is actually a good laugh. I like it. Oh yeah, up here. We've been in there. I'm looking forward to doing some more combat shit though. Oh god. We know there's more grain there, Dumble. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. Awful shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards come through that door gets a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Swagner. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away now, lads. But we'll be back, Dumble, and we'll have fair prices, or by the flame, we'll have reckoning. What is going on? How am I allowed in when he had the door locked? I'm assuming against those people. An elven man stands before you. His relatively stocky build suggests a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn, his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. Miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. Dolph, put that down before you get yourself hurt. I won't have Swinner and his lackeys. My name is Umbrella. I've only just arrived in Gilded Vale. Picked a bad time to come visit. Gilded Vale's had all this its shine scraped off, just a big dung heap now. Swinger thinks he's the king of it. This guy, the dwarf, the one standing out there spreading lies among the villagers. Bus has been here for decades, and he hasn't got any kind of a time. Who are you? Is this guy roping you in for his little crusade now? Really? Hi, Elise. Tits! Could I use a friendly face? I take it you heard some part of what the crowd's asking for. Grain, as if I've got it all tucked away somewhere. Swinger's been egging that lot on for days now. They've been keeping clear so far, but if things keep on like they are, I don't know how much longer we've got before things get messy. Please, if you're not here on his behalf, maybe you could speak to him. He won't listen to me anymore. Just explain that we're all getting smaller rations now. We're all making sacrifice. I can do. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're having a hard time of it, and we'll all have to make some sacrifices. We'll be in your debt for it, if you can. Why should I feel bad for stealing? It's only a game. Alright, we're gonna save again. There is an awful lot of saving, which is good. Go back to the tree. The lady will talk to us. What is this? Child, Papa says the temple is cursed. Oh, geez, what's going on there? Aldara de Bazaranti, the squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when a breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surrounding, but there's a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it. Not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out, take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there's a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so. She smiles at you. Bow, bow, bow. Have you come here?
Come here for me, dear?
You've got this, don't worry.
Have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Speak to me.
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
Nods. A look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
You're a watcher, Harry.
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well, a wonder.
What did you mean? When it all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
You said souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
That's a cool little thing. Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? Last, a rasping choke crackled, escaping the buttery teeth, causing her body to bop and down with each pattern. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife. See why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb.
Hey, Syntax.
Studied her for months. Looked high and low for impurities. Tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me, woman, tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted.
She was fine.
A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
Oh dear. What's an animancer? Sounds like a fun name.
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around.
How cute.
You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
So, like most science, people are afraid of the unknown.
Of course, dear.
Oh, that's everything.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Kadara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surrounding seems to bleed into your vision for some unknown place of waiting. The umbrella was granted Crucible of the Soul. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. Party gained 934 experience. Total quest experienced 1400. This happens a lot. You'll have to get used to it. That's good to know, but I don't suppose you could tell me what it's all about. Oh, I guess I'll tell him. I'm playing on easy. I assume Syntax, that's how you say it, right? This is my first time playing it through. I don't know. I prefer the game for the story more than the difficulty. I think you can up the difficulty during the game, can't you? I don't know. I'm a watcher. His arch eyebrow on his head. Well, that is interesting. Easy. Mate, I'm playing this for fun. I am not like the best at this game. I'm sorry. I know some people like watching the games and stuff for like watching people play pro, how good they are at it, but this is my first playthrough, so maybe I could have put it on moderate, but I just want to have that, like I said, RPG and chill. I don't really want like a super hard challenge. I've heard like even on easy it can be challenging. Well, that is interesting. And I expect that explains how you survived a bivouac. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. You know anything about watchers? Only that they're rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. As you just demonstrated. Let's continue on. Alright. Oh. Even on hardest difficulty it's easy. On the reviews I read, but whatever, I've literally just bought this game, watched a few reviews, and I was like, I was really in the mood for like an RPG. So I was like, this seems like a good one. I already enjoyed playing Divinity Original Sin. I didn't finish it in the end, but that was a lot of fun. Just letting you know, I'm actually going to go now. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm going to get some lunch, and I might be back to stream some Dota in a bit, but yeah, I just really felt like a sort of like story-based RPG, sort of top-down. I'm waiting for Divinity Original Sin 2 to come out of, to come to early access, then I'll definitely be playing that, so maybe I can complete this in that time. I heard it's about 80 hours or something, or up to 80 hours, probably like 50 or 60 hours, but that sounds fun. And so far, I've been really enjoying it. Yes, thanks for coming, Syntax. I will be playing this game a lot more. I'm away this weekend, but back on Monday, I think I'll be playing this in the mornings and stuff. If you don't know it, Planescape Torment. Old, the best story RPG. Alright, I'll definitely be looking that one up. Thank you, Syntax. Yeah, but if you do want to see more of this shit, then appreciate a follow or whatever. But thanks for hopping along. Really appreciate it. But yes, I'm definitely going to be going, having a quick lunch break now for probably about half an hour. Then I'll probably play some Dota, probably stream that as well. If you've got any final tips for me, I'll probably appreciate it. But yeah. Peace out, dude. Thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks to everyone else that's tuned in as well throughout today. How long has this been going on for? I think it's about 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours, 12 minutes. Cool. Anyway, catch you guys in a bit. Peace.